trouble. I'm not defensive about it.
Yes, people, what's happening? And welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another live stream and welcome to transfer deadline day, people. The day is here. The window will close at 11 p.m. UK time. And in the next hour, guys, I'm going to be bringing you up to date with all of the latest transfer news. No, we still haven't signed anyone, but we are supposedly trying. We've got the latest in the pursuit of Manchester City's midfielder, Nico O'Reilly. We've got the latest with Joao Felix's potential departure to AC Milan. Plus, we've also got all the latest news on Axel Disasi's proposed loan move away from Chelsea. The latest on Aaron Anselmino as well. Ben Chilwell and Chukwuemeka are undergoing medicals at Crystal Palace and Borussia Dortmund, respectively, ahead of their departures for the remainder of the season. A lot's going on at Chelsea in terms of outgoings, incomings. I'd be very, very surprised at this late stage of proceedings if anything does materialise on that front. But we desperately need someone. Christopher Nkunku is set to stay at Chelsea after links with Man United and Bayern Munich. He's now set to stay at the football club. So, yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. That's where we are right now, guys. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. Deadline days here. Are Chelsea going to do a madness? It would seem very unlikely. I think we're going to do some sort of madness in terms of a panic signing for a midfield player. Other than that, there might be one or two outgoings. But yeah, in terms of attackers and in terms of what we need, nah, I can't see anything happening on that front, which is a real shame and a real sense of self-sabotage. But hey, here we are. Let's dive into it. We don't need another 19-year-old kid, Nico O'Reilly, and we wasted 34 days still looking for midfielder. Yep, I hear it. Clown Lake out. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to disagree. We don't need a 19-year-old in the midfield. We would have put money on the table on like Douglas Luiz in midfield, more experience, knows the Premier League. Yeah, I hear you. The outgoing news we're making in the transfer window is Carney, Felix, Disasi, and Chilwell. Yeah, look, I hear it on Disasi, Carney, and Chilwell. Felix, if no one else comes in, you're weakening your depth in the squad, whether you rate him or not. That's just the reality. You are weakening your depth there, which is why a loan move for Joao Felix, in my opinion, doesn't really make very much sense, if any sense at all. If it's an obligation to buy, then maybe it's a little bit different. I don't know, but for me, I'm not sure about it. Nah, bro, that's not going to happen at this late stage of proceedings. No, the Felix stuff is very much a loan deal. We didn't even try going Vasesco, Duran, or even Delap. Just put the money on the table and make negotiations. Yeah, we could have just put the money on the table and see what happens. Big up, brother. Big up, big up, big up. I'm not sure if he will, Warrior. I've got to be honest. I'm not sure if he will. Nothing happening. Felix out will be it. Disasi will still be here and Nkunku will still be here. Yeah, bro, I'm starting to agree with you. Yeah, no, Helios, very true. It's been like that for quite a while now. It has been like that for quite a while. There's no denying it whatsoever. I was sort of at that stage at about day 15, day 16. Finally transferred close today. I've had enough with all this news this window. Yeah, bro, I hear you as well. Yes, big up, big up, big up. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into this then. Let's start with the Nico O'Reilly news then, because I did a video on it yesterday, and we're going to dive into it a little bit more today. Chelsea obviously inquired about Man City's Nico O'Reilly. Fabrizio Romano in a YouTube video last night saying that Chelsea would be prepared to pay an important fee for Nico O'Reilly, which makes even less sense. Man City are hesitant and want control. City want a buyback clause or matching rights. Let's see. I just can't understand any of this, as I was saying, because we don't need... The last thing this team needs is another midfielder. The last thing this team needs is another midfielder who is a teenager with very little first-team experience. Can someone please explain how we've got to deadline day and the solution is potentially spending big money on Nico O'Reilly? I'm flummoxed. I cannot understand how we've had over a month to get reinforcements in, and the solution that they've come up with is trying to push for Nico O'Reilly from Man City, who doesn't really get a kick at City. He's not going to make any improvement to the Chelsea squad. It's purely another player with potential, that they might see pound signs for a few years down the line. He's not going to make any of a bigger impact than, let's say, a Sam Raksaki, who's the same age, would make over the second half of the season. So I'm at a major loss here to understand how anyone thinks this is a good idea. Because how is this a good idea? I don't get it. Man City will be wary of the Cole Palmer situation. They wouldn't want another Palmer situation to occur. And this whole recruitment strategy, I have to be honest, is all getting a bit weird now. It's all getting a bit weird now. But because we're just not addressing what we need. We're just not addressing what we need. And I don't have a reason for that. I don't have a reason for it. I cannot understand how any of us, or how the people in charge, watch Chelsea and objectively overlook two midfielders that they've already got on loan, and then try and target another young midfielder when we've got Carney Chukwuemeka, who've just loaned out now, when you've got Sam Raksaki, when you've got Keanu Dyer. Like, what are we playing at here? What are we playing at here? Can someone please tell me what we're playing at here? Because I'm totally lost. I'm completely and utterly lost right now. And you know what? It's probably shame on me for thinking that these guys would do something different than this. You know, why I gave them the benefit of the doubt that actually, do you know what? Maybe we might pull our fingers out of our arses and actually address a position that needs addressing and give it ample reinforcements and ample quality in a position to make it better. Shame on me for thinking that was going to be the case. Shame on me. Because as the saying goes, a leopard never changes its spots. And these sporting directives are never going to change the way that they operate. So why myself and others maybe gave them the small benefit of the doubt that we might actually target a situation, that we might actually show some ambition in the market, that we might actually address what's needed with appropriate quality to make a difference. Because there's no explanation for this. There's no way if Nico O'Reilly arrives, which I still think is probably quite difficult right now at this late stage of proceedings. If Nico O'Reilly were to arrive, why would you do that? So you'd add O'Reilly to Fernandes, Caicedo, Lavia, plus Santos, plus Chukwu. You've got Sam Raksaki, you've got Keanu Dyer. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. You know, and how much money would Chelsea be prepared to invest? What are we talking here? Are we talking 30 million? Are we talking 40 million? What sort of money are we talking here? Because realistically, are you going to get much of a return on investment on O'Reilly if you spend 30, 40 million pounds on him? I'm going to find that very, very difficult to believe. If you're going to get anyone from Man City, you'd be better off looking at James McAtee, who seems to be better than O'Reilly. Yes, a slightly different profile and whatnot. But that's who you should be going for. You know, that's who we should be going for. That's who we should be going for. So I don't get this. I don't get this at all. But then it looks like that maybe the O'Reilly stuff might not happen, because the secret scout, who was the first one on that Ollie Watkins stuff last week, has reported that as first reported by Romano, I understand now that Man City have knocked back Chelsea's inquiry for Nico O'Reilly. It would take a huge offer to even entertain. So that looks like we're off the table for O'Reilly. Chelsea have turned their attention elsewhere to bring in a midfielder before the window closes tonight. Ornstein Bomber. Are we joking? Guys, don't play with me. Don't play with me, guys. Don't play with me. Oh, yeah, it's not a bomber. It's Nkunku stays at Chelsea despite interest from Bayern Munich and Man United. Oh, wow. Wow. Imagine my shock. Price too high. No way. The price was too high. Mate, Chelsea IQ got me excited with an Ornstein bomber, and it's just Nkunku staying. Fair. No, do you know what? Fair. Nkunku staying. I think we knew that was going to happen, to be honest. Ridiculous asking price. It is what it is. We spoke about asking prices in the show yesterday. Are we really surprised? So it looks like Felix will probably go and Nkunku stays. Mental, absolutely mental. Yeah, not a massive bomber, but yeah. So Chelsea have turned their attention elsewhere to bring in a midfielder. Well, how far down the list are we going to be now on potential midfield signings? Imagine we go scraping around looking for midfield signings, and then we just end up re-signing. We just end up recalling Chukwuemeka on deadline day at the end of all this. Could you imagine if we end up doing that? How stupid would we look? We would look like absolute idiots scrambling around. But again, that's something that potentially cannot be ruled out. You can't put that past these people. You cannot put that past these guys. So yeah, who might be on the list right now? I've got absolutely no idea. Now, Ward-Prowse has been recalled by West Ham. I think Potter's actually going to use him. He's not available tonight, but yeah, I think Potter's going to use Ward-Prowse. So yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. Yeah. Who's on the list? No idea. You've got that St. Etienne midfielder, Mathis Amougou, I think his name is. Mathis Amougou, 19 years old. I don't really think that does much to move the needle at all. But at least he's more of a number 6 profile. But why you'd bring in another teenager in the number 6 role when you could just use Chukwuemeka? This to me screams that if Amougou were to come in or we were to sign another midfielder permanently on this deadline day, then that means that one of Chukwuemeka or Santos are 100% being sold in the summer. 100% being sold in the summer. I mean, O'Reilly is similar to Kellyman. He is similar to Kellyman. So again, why would you do this when you also have Amari Kellyman? It's just so many things that just don't make sense, guys. So many things that do not make sense. I'm at a loss really to explain what's going on. I'm at a real loss at the moment, guys. But it looks like O'Reilly is now off the table, so we're going to be going further down the list and trying to scrape together some panic deal in the final few hours of the window for a midfielder that probably isn't going to move the needle like we need them to. And yeah, that is where we're going to be at. By the way, people, over 100 in the building. Big yourselves up at this earlier time than normal. Keep smashing the like button. We're 31 likes. Let's get this up towards the 100 likes mark. So keep smashing that like button. Keep subscribing to the channel if you're new around here as well. That would be greatly appreciated, guys. Greatly appreciated. Gonzalez would have been an excellent option from Porto instead. Man City again. Well, I mean, the Man City are trying to get him. It's not fully confirmed that they'll be getting him. But again, maybe Gonzalez is not the profile that Chelsea are looking for. I mean, I don't know too much about Nico Gonzalez, but maybe he's not the profile that that Chelsea are looking for. So yeah, that's just the reality of the situation right now, guys. That's the reality of the situation right now. I would be happy with a big-time goalkeeper. Bro, we're not getting a big-time goalkeeper. I will be shocked if we make any useful buys today. No, we're not going to make any useful buys today at all. Yep, that's fine. No issue with that at all. Yeah, well, look, at best we'll scramble around for a midfielder that we don't really need. That's the best we can hope for, I think, in my opinion, which is a real shame. A real shame. But anyway, let's move away from that. We'll get to the Nkunku news a little bit later on. Let's go for the news with Mr. Joao Felix, because with that Ornstein bomber, he also, with that Ornstein update, he also said that Joao Felix is still likely to leave Chelsea on a deadline day loan. So let's get into the Felix stuff, people. Let's get into it, because AC Milan are pushing to sign Joao Felix. They're pushing. They want him. Now, according to L'Equipe, let's just quickly get back to this, guys. Let's get quickly back to this, because we had the Mathis Amougou news. I was just talking about Mathis Amougou. According to L'Equipe, Chelsea are negotiating for Mathis Amougou. Let's see what this is saying. Can we get a translate to English? Can we get an English translate on this? Let's ignore that. How do we get an English translate? Chelsea are pushing for Mathis Amougou. Would this be for... I don't know what this would be for. Would this be for Strasbourg or would this be for Chelsea? I imagine it would be for Chelsea. Let's get a little Google Translate on this one, because it looks like this could maybe be our midfielder, guys. This could maybe be the midfielder. This will be one of the hottest issues at the end of this transfer window. Rumoured for several weeks, Chelsea's interest in St Etienne midfielder Mathis Amougou is confirmed. No precise figures have been leaked, but the two parties continue to negotiate in recent hours. Let's get the rest of that article brought up. Continue to negotiate in recent hours. Let's see what that's saying. It says something about Strasbourg at the bottom here as well. So something about Strasbourg. Let's see what that's saying. If this is a Strasbourg signing, I'm going to be so pissed. As of this Monday afternoon, an agreement has not been reached. The owners of the London club intended from the start to recruit the young under-20 international as part of a subsequent development in Strasbourg. Fuck's sake. So you would bring this guy in to then send him to Strasbourg, where we've got a loan spot available because you've recalled Caleb Wiley. So not only are you negotiating for a midfielder you don't need, you're negotiating for a midfielder that then is not going to help us at all in this part of the season, is going to be sent to Strasbourg. Guys. What the fuck is going on here? What is going on? I mean, this kid might be all right, but he's not going to be all right for a while. He's not going to be all right for quite a while, is he? So what's going on here? What is going on here? We're going to get to the Disasi stuff, guys. Don't worry. But we're on Mathis Amougou at the moment. This is a laughing stock. That's peak. Why reject 6 million? What? He costs 6 million, does he? Well, mate, the protest is going to do nothing. More wasted time for nothing, kids. Yep. This needs to stop immediately. Bro, they're not going to sell the club. Watch us lose to West Ham tonight, 100%. Bro, I hope not. If we lose to West Ham tonight, it's curtains. It's absolutely curtains. No, I'm not surprised by it at all. But part of me still felt maybe, just maybe, we might actually do something serious and actually act like a serious club and try and move ourselves in the right direction. Yes, I'm there. Yeah, they are. It's Epstein settings at the moment for us. It is Epstein settings at Chelsea. Except they're obviously of age. But yeah, it's mental. It is absolutely mental. I don't know what to say about this. We're not a serious club right now. We're so unserious in terms of the kind of players that we're targeting. We're so unserious. So unserious. Fuck's sake. Guys, seriously. Let's just wake up a little bit. What are we doing? Can't believe we rejected 6 million for... Oh, it's 6 million for a Disasi loan. Fuck me. I'll get onto that now. Get rid of this. Bro, this has nothing to do with the manager. I hear you. Why? You say protests won't do anything. They don't want bad image for the club. Bro, like, people always talk about a protest and then nothing really gets... like people try and organise something and about 3 people turn up. Like, the only time it ever worked was Super League. Even for the Ricketts protest. Yeah, that's to do with ticket pricing in football. That's nothing to do with Chelsea ownership. That's to do with ticket pricing in football. So that's something. That's not against the ownership. That's against ticket pricing in football and football clubs exploiting fan loyalty. So that's West Ham and Chelsea coming together against ticket pricing in general. That's nothing to do. So there's nothing to do with that. But yeah, obviously fuming with the current direction we're going in. Yes, there's an opportunity to get back into the what do you call it? Into the first team squad, into the top 4 tonight. Sorry, but yeah, this Mathis Amougou, maybe he's going to be the midfielder that arrives. Maybe we try and do something with him for 6 months. Is there time to get a fee agreed, do a medical, and then loan him to Strasbourg? Maybe there is. St Etienne and Strasbourg can't be that far apart in France. Maybe there is time to get something like that done. But yeah, it's the reality of the situation here is, guys, is that this, for me, is probably the most likely midfielder that's going to arrive, and he probably isn't even going to contribute over the second half of the season because he may well end up at Strasbourg if we get it done. So Mathis Amougou is an France under 20 international, plays for Saint Etienne. Bro, we are desperate at this point. We're scrambling around. We're desperate. You know, we're like a crackhead looking for a fix. You know, we're just searching far and wide everywhere, and anything will do at this point in time. That's what we are. We're like a crackhead. We're just all over the place, no plan, and we're just doing whatever. You know, whatever we can get to get another youngster in, we'll do it. It's just mental. It's absolutely mental. Let's run it back. I'll tell you what. Let's get the band back together. Let's call up Denis Zakaria and let's call up Saul Niguez. Let's get the band back together, guys. Let's get the band back together. That seems like a good thing to do. People, there's 170 of you in the building. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new round here as well. Let's run these likes up. Should be on over 100. Should be on well over 50 likes, guys. It should be racing towards the 100 likes mark. Run it up, people. And keep subscribing if you're new around here as well, would be greatly appreciated. If Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez get injured, we're finished. Yeah, well, one of them, yeah. We were once elite. Of course we were. Do you see this new guy going to Strasbourg on loan? No, Santos is not coming back. Santos is not coming back. Bro, our striker is nowhere. Our striker is nowhere. No, look, I'm hopeful we'll win. I'll be at the match as well. I'm hopeful we'll get the job done, and I'm hopeful that we'll win. So... yeah, that's all we can do is just hope that we can win. But we are desperate now, guys. We're desperate, absolutely desperate. Let's get into the Joao Felix news then. Apparently, according to Sky Sports News, Joao Felix is in Italy and he was watching the Milan derby at the San Siro last night, which is mad. I mean, you would, if that's true, and Sky have to verify their information before reporting it. It's not like Twitter where you can just put anything out and you don't have to go through a verification process. Sky have to get their information verified before they can report anything. So I've got no reason to believe that this is not true. Obviously, there were no pictures taken. Maybe that was part of the agreement. Don't photograph me there. I don't know. But surely even fans might have spotted him there. I don't really know. But regardless of whether he was there or not, we know that Jorge Mendes has been in Milan negotiating for a loan deal. Well, you would imagine not. If Felix is in the squad tonight, then we know that a move is not happening. A move won't be happening if Felix is in the squad. But for his sake, if he is in Milan, then this move needs to get sorted. This move needs to get sorted ASAP. But for his sake, for the sake of the dressing room, it's clear that his head's not in it anymore. He doesn't want to be here. But yeah, apparently he was at Milan last night. And then we've also got the latest from a Belgian journalist who's actually pretty good as well, reporting that Milan are making good, AC Milan are making good progress on Joao Felix loan deal with an option to buy. They are confident of signing him. You know, there's no, if you put whatever the loan option to buy might be, if you put 50 or 60 million pound option to buy in the summer, do we really think AC Milan are spending 50, 60 million pounds to sign Joao Felix in the summer? Of course they aren't. Of course they aren't. There's no way AC Milan are paying 50 or 60 million to sign Joao Felix in the summer. So this option to buy is pretty irrelevant. It is pretty irrelevant. Mark Gurhey, they've rejected that bid. Spurs are pushing hard now because they know in the summer there'll be much better teams involved and they won't be able to get him. So that's why they pushed hard now. The original news on Felix, we have been told 60 mil is the price to sell him. Yeah, but Chelsea, Milan aren't gonna agree that price. There's no way Milan are going to pay 60 million for him. But yeah, it looks like Felix could be on his way to AC Milan on loan. Whether that does happen or not, we have to wait and see. But with Nkunku staying, I mean, is that even a good move? Nkunku, who doesn't want to be here, staying. First off, you know, Nkunku staying, bro. That's not going to happen. The buy option is almost irrelevant. The buy option is almost totally irrelevant in my view. Almost totally irrelevant from my point of view. But we wait and see. People, there's over 200 in the building. We haven't even hit 50 likes. What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's deadline day settings. Let's get these likes up. All the breaking news coming to you as we speak, guys. But let's get these likes up, and please hit the subscribe button as well. We're 5 subscribers away from 15,630. Let's try and get another 5 subscribers if we can, people, and let's run these likes up. But yeah, Felix could be on the move. Let's bring up this Nkunku stuff with Ornstein, because Ornstein has added a little bit on there about Joao Felix possibly going out on loan. But I can't. Do you know what I can't wait for, guys? The briefs that Nkunku always wanted to stay at Chelsea once the window's closed. I can't wait for that when it's obvious he didn't. But the club are prepared to loan out Joao Felix before the deadline day tonight. Clubs in Italy. So clubs in Italy are interested in a straight loan for the rest of the season. Straight loan for the rest of the season. Chelsea are considering allowing the Portugal international, who currently prefers to switch to Serie A over other European leagues, to leave in order to get him more first-team football. 25-year-old joined in the summer for £44.5 million and has started 9 games in all competitions and made only 20 appearances overall. So yeah, so Felix is likely to go out on loan, guys. Likely to go out on loan. I don't see the purpose of a loan deal for Felix unless there's an obligation to buy in it. Because otherwise, a straight loan or an unrealistic buy option, which AC Milan aren't going to activate, because we know what they're like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. You're obviously... I would rather keep Felix than Nkunku, because I think Felix probably wants to be here more than Nkunku does. But what's quite clear to me now is that maybe Felix doesn't really want to be here. Maybe Felix doesn't want to be here. That's maybe the position that we're in now, and essentially maybe he does not want to be here. I don't really know, but look, a loan to Milan, get him playing, but then get him playing, and he comes with a view to what? Coming back in the summer and contributing next season. He's not exactly a young player. He's 25 now. He wouldn't go down in that sort of teenage category for needing development and whatnot. So yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't get it. It really isn't making very much sense at all. And yeah, we just seem to be a very unserious football club right now. A very unserious football club right now. So there we go. So it looks like after all that, no attacker's going to come in, and the one attacker, and then out of the 2 attackers that are going to leave, that one could leave, it looks like it's actually going to be Felix instead of Nkunku. So actually, coming into the window needing a striker, we're going to finish the window with 1 attacking option less than we actually entered it with, which seems a ridiculous position to be in. An absolutely ridiculous position to be in, having weakened our attacking options come the end of this January window. But what this does show, the fact that Chelsea are prepared to loan Felix out, tells me 2 things. As I was saying in the summer, and people disagreed with me. 1, we never wanted him. 2, he was purely signed to facilitate Conor Gallagher's departure. 3, the gaffer didn't want him, and 4, the club didn't want him. So the gaffer and the club didn't want him. He was purely signed to get rid of Gallagher, and we prioritised doing a deal with a Jorge Mendes client over signing a striker. We deserve this mess that we're in, because we created this mess for ourselves, and we deserve this mess. Simple. We deserve this mess, guys, and no one can tell me otherwise. We have only got ourselves to blame. We deserve to be in the mess that we're in. Pure and simple. Pure and simple. Bro, give it up. Santos is not coming back to Chelsea. Santos is not coming. Santos is not coming. Why do people think Santos is coming to Chelsea? Yeah, again, that was part of a PSR deal, part of a favour. You know, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But look, if Felix joins Milan, that gives us 1 option less. lessens our attacking depth and lessens our rotation options in the Champions in the Conference League. Sorry, so I'm at a bit of a loss to really explain quite what's going on at the moment. I'm at a bit of a loss to explain quite what's going on here, and so we're essentially preparing to enter the remainder of the season with Nicholas Jackson and Mark Guiu as our striker options. Guys, congrats. Well done to all involved for that. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But don't worry, guys. We've done our due diligence and made good progress on wingers and strikers for the summer. But don't worry about now. But we've made good progress for later down the line. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Well done to all involved. Well done to all involved. Absolute idiots. But in regards to the Nkunku stuff, guys, it's hardly a surprise to see that he's going to be staying put. Hardly a surprise. He will almost certainly leave in the summer. But with Nkunku staying, he has to be used more over the second half of the season, and not as a number 9 somewhere else. You know. And now we've got Fabrizio saying that Nkunku never had any intention to leave Chelsea on loan. The only possibility was permanent move. Right, okay. So now this is all making sense, isn't it? All making sense. Let's get the Ornstein. So Chelsea forward Nkunku is staying at Stamford Bridge. Have been subject to a lot of interest from Bayern Munich and United. The 27-year-old has been a fringe member of the squad under Maresca this season, making just 3 league starts. Chelsea were prepared to sell this month if their valuation of around 65 million was met. Oh, but no way. No one made an offer at that price. Given his lack of football for Chelsea, Bayern and United feel he's worth around 40 million. Well, yeah, and they would probably be right. What part of us really thinks that we're getting that much money for Christopher Nkunku? Never happening. Never happening, guys. It's an absolute shambles. 65 M's for Nkunku, an increase of £13 million, and the geezer has barely played. The geezer's barely played. And yet we think we're getting that much money. Are we stupid? Are we actually stupid? Like, seriously. What's going on here? Like, what are we doing? 65 M's. United did contact Chelsea on Sunday about taking him on loan for the rest of the season, but Chelsea did not want to let him go on loan, and the player did not want that either. So there we go. So Nkunku stays. And now we have to wonder what his state of mind is, because clearly he didn't want to stay. And now we're in a situation where Felix is probably going to leave. Yes, that does mean that means that now Nkunku will be the backup to Cole Palmer, which would suggest there might well be more minutes available to him over the second half of the season. But that's not a guarantee either. That's far from a guarantee. So I'm at a bit of a loss, really, to explain what's going on here. And do I really believe, guys, that that Nkunku is going to be used any more over the second half of the season? We haven't really received any sort of indication over these first 24 league matches that Nkunku's actually going to play any more over the second half of the season than he has currently done so already. We're getting no indications that that's the case. No indications. I'm actually not, but please tell me, Sean, what's been positive about this transfer window? Can you please tell me one positive thing about the transfer window? Because there's not a single one. So yeah, I've been pretty negative about the transfer window, but generally, I'm very positive. I'll try and be as positive as possible about Chelsea, as regular viewers will know. But of this transfer window, bro, there's been nothing positive. So if you can point to me a positive of this transfer window, then please tell me. That's not a positive. That we had to do that, and we tried to force him out. We tried to force him out, and then we had to go running back to him. I wouldn't look at that as a positive. That's embarrassing from us. Transfer window's been dog shit. What's this Fabrizio tweet that people are going on about? What's this Fabrizio tweet? Oh, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. I've already seen that. Well, yeah, I suppose so. I mean, we're really scraping a barrel there. Really scraping a barrel there, aren't we? But yeah, look. Hopefully he's gonna be used more over the second half of the season. But do any of us really believe that Nkunku is going to be used more over the second half of this season? I don't think any of us believe that. Do any of us believe that? No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. But you know what, right? Just going back to this Felix thing. If Felix leaves on loan, right, surely someone's got to be held accountable for this. Because you cannot spend £45 million on a player, give them a 7-year contract, and then what? You send them out on loan 6 months later because they're not good enough. Why is there no accountability at this football club? Where is the accountability at this football club? Where is it? Because how is that all right? We're just going to let that slide. Well, that's okay. £45 million investment on a player, 7-year contract, 6 months later, they're available and they're going out for loan. Where is the accountability for that? Because there appears to be zero accountability. Zero accountability. I'm waiting for that accountability, and there's none. Absolutely none. So where is it? How can that just be allowed to slide? Sporting directors need to be held accountable. There needs to be accountability at these football club for dog shit decisions that are made. There has to be accountability. Where is that accountability? Because I'm not seeing it, and sporting directors are just getting away with murder here. Getting away with absolute murder. And what we're going to do is we're going to end this window having weakened our squad. We're going to end the window having weakened the squad. That's baffling. And then we set ridiculously unrealistic asking prices for players our manager doesn't even use. Like that's the sort of prices you'd be setting for players that are playing regularly. We're setting outrageous price tags for players who are bit part players under this manager. And then we're maybe acting surprised that we're getting rejected. Guys, come on. Come on, come on, come on. It's a joke. It's a complete and utter joke, guys. It's a farce. But yeah, what's also a farce, guys, if we haven't even hit 100 likes yet, we're on 202 people in the building. Big up to every single one of you who is now locked in. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get this to 100 likes, guys. Run it up. 20 likes to go. Please smash that like button. It's free and it takes seconds. Let's get there. Let's get there. We are a joke. We should have brought in Delap in this window, even if it was on loan. Look, we should have tried. We should have tried to bring a striker in. We didn't even try. We didn't even try. That's the worst thing for me. There was seemingly no trying. We've just made some progress for the summer. I don't care about the summer right now. I care about here and now. Money talks. Money talks. If the money's right, they would have done. We could have literally, we could have given them Mark Guiu on a loan deal or something like that. We could have given them Guiu on a loan. So I don't want to hear that, it wouldn't have been possible or they wouldn't have accepted it. Money talks, and we could have offered them a player on loan, like a Mark Guiu, in return. There was a point in time where I was like, Giroud is quality, but it's time for him to move on now. Yeah, there was a point in that time. I think we've wasted a lot of cash. Feels like, what's the Kike De Lucas window all over again? Who was that? Ipswich won't reject 60 mil. No, they won't reject that. Like, Nkunku's not a striker. The manager said it. He said it. We can all see it. We've all got eyes. I believe that all of us have got good eyesight. I don't think any of us are partially sighted. And even if you were partially sighted or blind, you would still be able to see that Nkunku is not a number 9 and he doesn't suit the way that we play. Yet we're going to be stuck with him and we're going to have to try and find an alternative way to use him. We're going to have to try and find an alternative way to use him. And I don't know what that alternative way is. I don't know what that alternative way is. So we're going to have to try and find something. We're going to have to try and find an alternative way, guys. But it's not looking particularly hopeful, is it? De Lucas was a free signing before our last bait season. Fair. We have Jackson and Nkunku, both can play, but no. Look, Nana really. Look, Jackson leads the line much better than Nkunku does, by the way. But we do need a proper striker, and we've totally ignored that. We've totally ignored that this window. So, yeah, it's very, very, very disappointing. Very disappointing, guys. But it's hardly a surprise. It is hardly a surprise, is it? So, yeah, do I think Nkunku's going to be used more over the second half of the season? I hope so, because we need to use him. But do I think he is? No, I don't think he is. Bro, he was never on Chelsea's thinking. Yeah, of course we are. We've only got ourselves to blame. Only ourselves to blame, guys. Only ourselves to blame. We're weakening our squad. Mental. Yeah, absolutely. What if we lose against West Ham? Well, no, bro. But if we lose against West Ham, after that result, there'll be an hour left in the window. Nothing's going to suddenly materialise in the final hour. So no, we aren't going to do. We aren't going to do anything. We absolutely are not going to do anything. We should have got the lap. Yeah, we should have done. We should have done. Maresca has to use the players he has. Yeah, he's going to have to use the players. He's going to have to start finding some trust in some of these players that he clearly hasn't trusted in the first place. He's going to have to find some trust in them. Am I hopeful that he'll find trust in them? Am I confident he'll find trust in them? No, I don't really think he will. But we will have to wait and see on that front. But let's move away from this and let's move on to this another ridiculous saga, which is the future of Axel Disasi. Now, Chelsea don't want him to go to Aston Villa. Disasi doesn't want to join Tottenham, despite there being an agreement between Tottenham and Chelsea for a loan deal with a loan fee and whatnot. So, yeah, it's a real strange one. A real strange one. I'm not understanding. I am not understanding the situation there at all. Not understanding that situation. Forest will fall off. Everyone keeps saying that, but games keep going by and they're still there. Games keep passing by and Nottingham Forest are still there, guys. So, yeah, I'm not sure if they will fall away. And even if they do fall away, I still think they'll finish top 6. I still think they'll finish top 6. Guys, we're 7 likes away from 100. There's still 200 of you in the building. Please smash that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get these final 7 likes up. Guys, there's 200 in the building. There must be a few of you who haven't hit the like button. So let's run these likes up. Come on, guys. It's deadline day after all. And smash the like button if you want Chelsea to win tonight. But let's move on to this Disasi stuff, because the Disasi stuff is mental. What a ridiculous situation this is as well. What a ridiculous situation this is. and why we would do this is beyond me. Because a £6 million loan fee for 4 months loan is mad. Chelsea rejected a £6 million loan offer for Axel Disasi from Aston Villa. Why have we done that? If Chelsea, because Chelsea think he's going to help Villa qualify for Champions League. But if you're happy to let him go, you clearly don't rate him that much, yet you're worried about him helping Aston Villa qualify for the Champions League. I don't understand that. I don't get that. I don't really see what the scenario here is. I don't get it. Yeah, no one wants to join Tottenham. No one wants to join Tottenham, guys. Of course they don't. Absolutely no one wants to join Tottenham. Why would you? Why would you want to join Tottenham? It doesn't make any sense at all. Makes no sense at all. Why would you join Spurs? So I hear that, but this is ridiculous. Rejecting that, you know. He's not going to elevate them to look. I know Villa are struggling at the back, but Disasi's not going to elevate Villa to Champions League status. You know, if we can't qualify, if we don't get Champions League because we've loaned Disasi to Villa, then that's mental. That's absolutely mental. But 6 mil's a massive loan offer. And look, Disasi might do all right for them, but he's not some sort of needle mover at all. But if we're honestly afraid of Disasi going to Villa to help them qualify for the Champions League over us, then we are pussies. That's what we are. We're pussies, and we're shitting ourselves about Disasi going to Villa because we think he might help them. That's mental. That is absolutely mental. We're just complete and utter pussies on that front. Complete and utter pussies on that front. It's mad, guys. It is absolutely mad. I don't fully understand it at all. I don't get it. Like, why would you turn down £6 million? Why would we turn down £6 million? Yeah, sure, it'd be better than a midfielder playing at centre back, but to turn down £6 million loan fee for Disasi, and what? We're just going to end up with him staying now. Like, Aaron Anselmino was supposed to we've agreed for Anselmino to go on loan to Marseille. That one is now not going to happen because of this Disasi business. Like, why are we costing ourselves a good loan deal for Anselmino for this Disasi situation? I don't understand it. But what we have to learn, all our business is way too public. It's way too chaotic. We don't have a definitive plan, and we need to have like someone in charge of doing loan deals and shit for younger players, and the directors have got to focus on the first team, because what we're doing right now is just nonsense. It's just complete car crash. It is complete and utter chaos. Complete and utter chaos, guys. Complete and utter chaos with what's going on right now. It is a madness, an absolute madness. I don't understand it at all. If anything, yeah, we might well do. We should accept it. It's £6 million for a 4-month loan. Surely we can't be that scared about Axel Disasi. Or maybe we are. And maybe we are, which is even more worrying. How many defenders look good at Chelsea? None, because they're isolated up high. Yeah, Emery probably sees something, to be fair. But like, signing Disasi on loan is not going to be the difference. It's not going to be the difference maker for whether Villa qualify for the Champions League or they don't. That's the point. That's the point being made here. That's not going to be a difference maker. Do you know what I mean? That isn't going to be a difference maker in that regard. It simply isn't, guys. It is simply not going to be the difference maker that people think it is, or that Chelsea potentially think it is. So I'm very confused at that. Bro, we have looked at Sesko. But that's going to be more one for the summer. That isn't one for now. But Sesko, yes, he has been looked at. He has been looked at. And he'll be one for the summer. Arsenal are very interested in him, as I'm sure a host of Europe's other top clubs will also be interested in Benjamin Sesko. So we have to see. You know, we have to see. So but I again, what purpose does Disasi staying serve for Chelsea? It doesn't really serve any purpose at all. He's miles down the pecking order. Miles down the pecking order. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. I'm a bit lost with what we're doing right now. None of this really makes any sense whatsoever. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, look, we probably would prefer Gyökeres over Sesko. At this point, no, I'm taking anyone right now. So let's wait and see what we potentially go out and do. Guys, 230 in the building. Big up to every single person that is locked in on this transfer deadline day. It's certainly a frantic one for Chelsea. Certainly a frantic one. But I'm not sure how likely it is that any signings are going to materialise. But that's the latest of Axel Disasi. Doesn't want to join Spurs. Chelsea have turned down a £6 million loan offer from Aston Villa. Disasi only wants Villa. We've like Anselmino's proposed move to Marseille is probably going to fall through, even though that would be a fantastic move for him. And it is all a little bit of a shambles. All a little bit of a shambles, guys. So that's where we are right now. But let's move on to stuff that is gathering a little bit of pace. And Ben Chilwell is set to join Crystal Palace, people. He's currently undergoing his Crystal Palace medical. Chelsea are going to pay, I think, half of his wages. This was reported late last night. We had news of Palace and Chile sort of yesterday as well. But then Ben Chilwell set for medical tests at Crystal Palace to join the club on loan. Chelsea approved all documents now, waiting for medical, and then he'll sign. And then Matt Law reporting that Chelsea are going to pay half of Chilwell's wages. Yep, I've got no issue with that. That absolutely makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it at all. But yeah, look, good move for Chile. Gets him out playing football. Gets some of his wages off the books, which will help us. And he goes to a system which in theory should suit him. But he hasn't played football for a long, long time. He's going to be rusty. It's going to take him a little bit of time to get up to match fitness, but Chelsea will be hoping that he does a good job. And then we can attract more suitors in the summer and try and increase the price tag. Try and increase the price tag on him for the inevitable summer sale. But there's a lot of ifs and buts in there. But this is a very good move that I'm happy with. You know, I mean, personally, I would have kept him and used him as rotational option to Marc Cucurella at left back. Sorry, but yeah, going to a wing back system, playing for Glasner. I think it makes perfect sense. No issues with it my end whatsoever. No issues with it my end at all. I'm more than happy with it. More than happy with it, guys. So yeah, I think it's a good move. The Disasi knockback on the Villa loan offer it is mad. I honestly don't get it. The club obviously got their reasons, but I'm not sure. I don't really know. I don't really get it. I really don't. I don't get it at all. It's making very, very little sense. Very little sense. I think Chile's under contract until 2027. So come the summer, he'll have 2 years remaining. 2 years remaining come the summer. So that's not bad. No, it's my alarm because I've got to jump on the Sky Sports Premier League Twitter space in 10 minutes. So that's just a reminder that I've got to jump on the Sky Sports Twitter space in a sec. But yeah, look, guys, 250 in the building, up to 130 likes. We're on 116. Let's get this to 130 likes, guys. Run it up, run it up. No, I think we're aware. We're fully aware that the transfer party is over. We're fully aware that what we're doing right now is not really good enough. We are aware of this, guys. We are fully aware of this. But yeah, it's mental. No, I'm not. No, stop it. No, I'm not global. Absolutely not global. But well, I suppose it could be global because people listen from all over the world. But nah, I'm not global. I'm not big time or anything like that, guys. But no, that's why. That's what the alarm was for. If anyone was wondering, not that they were. So yeah, we wait and see, guys. We wait and we see. In that regard for Ben Chilwell. Carney Chukwuemeka, yeah, what a window, Brian. Unbelievable window for us. Absolutely unbelievable. We should be thoroughly delighted with what we've been doing. We should be absolutely delighted with our transfer window. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know, we couldn't have asked for anything more. Couldn't have asked for anything more. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 transfer window, guys. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either. That wouldn't surprise me either. But look, Carney Chukwuemeka's going on loan to Borussia Dortmund. He's having the first part of his medical right now, which this is a good move for him. Chelsea have got, there's a buy option in this. This is what I don't understand. There's a buy option in this, right? Let me just bring this up now. Yeah, I did on Chelsea Fan TV. Yeah, let me do this up. So Borussia Dortmund agree loan deal for Carney Chukwuemeka from Chelsea. Here we go. Loan move and buy option clause. So why is there a buy option for higher than the £40 million release clause? Surely if Dortmund wanted him, they could just activate the £40 million release clause. So why is the buy option higher than that? The release clause is going to be active for all clubs in the summer. So that doesn't really quite make sense. But Dortmund are covering the 100 grand a week wages and there's a loan fee. This is a very good move. I'm happy with that. It'll get him playing. He deserves to be playing. He should be playing. Yeah, again, yeah, but release clause can be negotiated. Yes, in theory, it should all be up front, but I'm sure they can do all sorts of negotiations. Yeah, maybe a higher buy option is better for Dortmund in terms of payment structures potentially. But yeah, the release clause will be open. I don't think it does. It's available for everyone in the summer. It's available for everyone in the summer. So we wait and see. We wait and see what happens on that front. But this is a great move for Carney. I hope he does really well. He hasn't played an awful lot of football either, so it's going to take him a little bit of time to get back up to speed with things. It is going to take him a little bit of time to get back up to speed. So, yeah, we've got to hope for the best. We've got to hope for the best on this one. I hope he excels. I hope he does really well. I'll be rooting for him 100%. I'll be rooting for him. And it's in Chelsea's best interest for him to do well. If we want to get that full £40 million release clause in the summer, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, Chile will be looking to try and get back in the. No, Dortmund are covering the salary covered until June, and loan fee also included. Yet we do need a striker, mate, but it's not happening. In the transfer window, we might desperately get a midfielder that we don't need. And in terms of the game tonight, I think we will get a narrow 2-1 win, but maybe that's more wishful thinking than anything else. Maybe that's more wishful thinking than anything else. I don't know for certain. I don't know for certain, guys. But yeah, this is looking good. Yes, Nkunku is staying. Chukwuemeka to Dortmund. I'm really excited to see how he does. Really excited to see how he does. Is there a future for him at Chelsea? I'd be very surprised if he played for Chelsea again. But, you know, with these things, you just never know. You just never know with these things, guys. There is a possibility that he could maybe play for Chelsea again in some strange set of circumstances. But right now, it looks, yeah, we've gone over that, a strange one. Hopefully something gets sorted. But yeah, if Disasi ends up staying, it's no good for anyone. No, we haven't got PSR issues. put a win loading or we might get a point. Yeah, let's wait and see. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. Hopefully Sanchez won't be in goal tonight, but there's no guarantees on that one. There are absolutely no guarantees on that one, guys. And he could easily be in goal tonight. Could easily be in goal. Which would be very problematic. I'd be pretty pissed about it. Yeah, not getting Garnacho is very good. Depends on the circumstances, but yeah, a draw's not a good result given our run of form. But it would depend on the circumstances. But either way, a draw is not good. A draw is not good. Yes, big up, brother. Big up. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, a strange one, people. It is a strange one. But yeah, that's pretty much big opportunity for tonight. We could get in the top four. Massive opportunity. Massive opportunity. Yes, I will be at the game. Well, yeah, we do have Misha, but he's obviously not going to be playing for a while. He's not going to be playing for a while. We know that. We know that he's not going to be playing for a while. I hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if he was starting. Wouldn't be surprised at all. No, I won't be because I'm sitting in hospitality tonight. Yeah, unfortunately there will be no vlog. Sorry, there will be no vlog because I'm in hospitality in the posh seats tonight. So there we go. Mate, the protest is a ticket pricing protest. It's not a protest against the ownership. It's with Chelsea and West Ham fans coming together. So there will be no protest against the ownership. It's a ticket pricing protest in regards to clubs exploiting fan loyalty. That's what it is. I don't know what's going on with the Madrid news. Maybe we get something this week. But I really don't know. Window closes 11 p.m. tonight, guys. 11 p.m. tonight. The transfer window will slam shut. The transfer window slams shut at 11 p.m. tonight. With less than 8 hours of the transfer window left, I would suggest absolutely not on that one. Yes, big up, bro. Big up. Nkunku is not leaving the club. He will be remaining here this window. Probably gone in the summer, but he will remain here this window. Santos will be back in the summer. There's virtually no chance we recall him at this late stage in the window, bro. Virtually no chance at all. So yeah, one player I think will come in before 11. Probably maybe that midfielder from St Etienne. But other than that, I don't think anyone is going to come in. But guys, I've got to run now. Got to jump on this Sky Sports Twitter space. If you want to come and listen to me chat Chelsea on the Sky Sports Twitter space, then go to Twitter, Sky Sports Premier League account, and tune in. But yeah, guys, big love for all the support this transfer window. I'll be back later on, potentially before I leave for the game, if there's any other major news between now and then. Thank you so much for all the support with the transfer window, guys. Big yourselves up. It really means a lot to me. Really appreciate it. Smash the likes on your way out. Subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. And I will catch you guys a little bit later on. And I'll catch you lot tomorrow as well to debrief the transfer window and to talk about the West Ham game as well. Big love for all the support, guys. Smash the like, subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone. Up the Chelsea and peace.